You know what's frustrating? To get a true flagship TV, you normally need to pay $3,000, $4,000, sometimes more. But right now, we're lucky. This year, TV sales collapsed. People just aren't buying TVs like they used to. So manufacturers are sitting on massive inventory they need to clear before 2026 models arrive. And that means we're seeing something we rarely see: true flagship TVs with 30%, 40%, even 50% off. TVs that were $3,000 are now under $2,000. Some flagship models are under $1,500. I'm talking about award winners, perfect ratings, the TVs tech reviewers call the best ever made, and they're all on sale right now. So today, I'm showing you the top 7 flagship TVs you can buy during these massive price drops, what makes each one special, who it's perfect for, and why these deals won't last. Number 7 is Sony's motion handling masterpiece. Number 7, the Sony Bravia 7, $1,298, was $2,000. This is one of the best flagship TVs you can get at a mid-range price. Sony's Bravia 7 is a true flagship mini-LED. It has technology that used to only exist on $3,000 plus TVs, and right now, it's under $1,300. Here's what makes it special. Most people don't watch TV in a pitch-black room at midnight. You watch during the day, afternoon games, morning news, evening shows with the lights on, and that's where the Bravia 7 dominates. It has 480 dimming zones and hits nearly 2,000 nits of brightness. But more importantly, it has Sony's XR backlight master drive. Here's what that means. The TV analyzes what's on screen and adjusts brightness in real time. Sports game, it brightens the field, dims the crowd. News, it highlights faces, keeps the background darker. It's not just bright, it's smart about brightness. And motion, flawless. Sony's been making TVs since 1960. They've perfected motion handling. Fast action stays sharp, no blur, no judder, no soap opera effect. For PS5 owners, this TV was literally designed to work with PlayStation. Auto HDR tone mapping, auto game mode. It optimizes everything automatically. Now, there are brighter mini LEDs on this list. Number 5 hits over 3,000 nits and costs less. But the Bravia 7 has something others don't: Sony's legendary processing. It's why this TV handles everything well: sports, movies, gaming, daytime viewing. Flagship performance at a mid-range price. Number 6 is built for one specific thing, and it does that thing better than any TV ever made. Number 6, the Sony Bravia 8 OLED, $1,398, was $2,800. This is a 2024 model Sony kept in their 2025 lineup. Same reason as the Bravia 7, it's too good to replace. Here's what makes this TV different from every other TV on this list. The screen is the speaker. Most TVs have tiny speakers at the bottom firing downward. You can't hear dialogue clearly. Action scenes are loud, but voices get buried. You end up spending $300 to $500 on a soundbar just to understand what people are saying. Sony solved this with Acoustic Surface Audio Plus. There are actuators behind the OLED panel that vibrate the screen itself to produce sound. When someone talks on the left side, sound comes from the left. Explosion in the center, sound from the center. Dialogue comes directly from the actor's mouth, not from below the screen. And it has Voice Zoom 3. Sony's AI analyzes audio in real time and boosts dialogue without making it sound unnatural. You can hear every word, even in loud action scenes. This is huge if you watch movies at night and don't want to crank the volume. Now, picture quality. It's OLED, perfect blacks, infinite contrast, over 8 million self-lit pixels. When you watch in a dark room, it looks like a theater. 10% brighter than Sony's previous OLED thanks to the XR processor. For PS5 owners, auto HDR tone mapping and auto game mode built in. But here's the thing, this isn't the brightest OLED on this list. Numbers 5, 4, 3, and 2 are all brighter. So why is the Bravia 8 here? Because no TV sounds better without a soundbar. If dialogue clarity matters, this is it. Number 5, the Sony Bravia 9, $1,998, was $3,000. This is Sony's flagship mini LED, their absolute best LCD TV. And here's something wild. Sony made this their flagship instead of an OLED. That shocked everyone in the TV industry. Why would Sony, a company known for incredible OLEDs, make a mini LED their top model? Because they wanted to match their professional mastering monitors. the ones used to edit Hollywood movies. Those monitors hit nearly 3,000 nits of brightness, so Sony built a TV that could do the same. The Bravia 9 hits 2,800 nits in testing. That's brighter than almost any TV you can buy, OLED or mini-LED. But here's what makes it special. It's not just bright, it also has OLED-like blacks. Most bright mini-LEDs have a problem: gray blacks, light bleeds, blooming. The Bravia 9 has 1,512 dimming zones with Sony's most advanced backlight control ever made. Reviewers couldn't even count the zones. They're controlled so precisely. Deep, inky blacks, right next to searing bright highlights, almost no blooming. One reviewer called it the most well-rounded LCD TV ever tested. It also has an anti-reflective screen. Bright room? No problem. Windows everywhere? Picture stays perfect. For PS5 owners, auto HDR tone mapping, auto game mode, built in. But here's the thing, this costs $2,000. And number 4, a QD-OLED, costs the same price and has perfect blacks. So why choose the Bravia 9? If you have a bright room with lots of windows, this is the best TV you can buy, brighter than any OLED with blacks that rival OLED. Number 4 is Samsung's most vibrant QD-OLED, and the colors will blow your mind. Number 4. Before we get to numbers 4, 3, and 2, let's not make you wait. Number 1, the Sony A95L QD-OLED, $2,497 right now. It was $3,999. This is the TV that tech reviewers called the best ever made. Digital Trends gave it a perfect 10 out of 10. Flat Panels HD gave it their reference award, the highest honor they give. And here's what makes it special. The A95L uses QD-OLED technology. That's quantum dot OLED. It combines the perfect blacks of OLED with the vibrant colors and brightness of quantum dots. The result? A picture that reviewers described as flawless, perfect blacks, infinite contrast, over 8 million self-lit pixels, colors so accurate they match Hollywood mastering monitors, and brightness that hits over 1,300 nits in calibrated mode, 40% brighter than its predecessor. It has Sony's cognitive processor XR, their absolute best processor. It analyzes every frame and optimizes color, contrast, brightness, and motion in real time. The screen is also the speaker, acoustic surface audio. Sound comes from exactly where the action is on screen. For PS5 owners, auto HDR tone mapping, auto game mode. This TV was designed to work perfectly with PlayStation. Now, this is a 2023 model. Sony kept it as their flagship OLED because nothing they've made since has surpassed it. But it costs $2,500. That's flagship pricing. So who is this TV for? If you want the absolute best picture quality money can buy, perfect blacks, perfect colors, perfect processing, this is it. Now let's go back and see what's at numbers 4, 3, and 2. So let's continue. Number 4, the Samsung S90F QD-OLED, $1,248 right now. It was $2,699. This is Samsung's mid-tier OLED, and here's why it's special. Most OLEDs have perfect blacks and infinite contrast. That's what OLED does. But the S90F adds quantum dots. That's QD-OLED. And quantum dots solve OLED's biggest weakness, color. Regular OLEDs use white light with color filters. It works, but colors aren't as pure or vibrant as they could be. QD-OLED uses quantum dots to create pure red, green, and blue light. No filters, no compromises. The result? The most vibrant colors you've ever seen on a TV. This TV covers 99.8% of the DCI-P3 color gamut. That's the Hollywood standard. And it's Pantone validated, the same company that defines color standards for designers worldwide. Movies look incredible. Reds are deeper, greens are richer, blues pop off the screen. Every color is exactly as the director intended. And brightness? It hits 1,376 nits in filmmaker mode. That's brighter than most OLEDs at this price. For gamers, this is one of the best gaming TVs you can buy. 4K at 144 Hz on all 4 HDMI ports. VRR, FreeSync Premium Pro, G-Sync, 9 millisecond input lag. Tom's Guide called it my favorite TV of the year. Now, it doesn't support Dolby Vision, only HDR 10+. If Dolby Vision matters to you, the LG at number 2 has it. But for pure color vibrancy and gaming performance at this price, the S90F is unbeatable. Number 3 is the brightest OLED ever made, and it eliminates glare completely. Number 3, the Samsung S95F QD-OLED, $1,997 right now. It was $3,299. This is Samsung's flagship OLED. Tech Radar called it TV of the Year 2025. What Hi-Fi called it Samsung's best ever OLED. And here's what makes it special. This is the brightest OLED TV ever tested. It hits 2,388 nits peak brightness, 30% brighter than its predecessor. That's brighter than most mini LEDs. But brightness alone isn't enough. The S95F has OLED glare-free 2.0 technology. It's a matte screen coating that eliminates reflections completely. Most OLEDs are terrible in bright rooms. Light reflects off the screen. Dark scenes look gray. Blacks wash out. You end up closing curtains and dimming lights just to watch TV. The S95F solves this. You can watch in full daylight with windows everywhere and the picture stays perfect. Deep blacks, vibrant colors, zero reflections. Reviewers tested it side by side with the LG G5 and Panasonic Z95B. Both had glossy screens that reflected light. The S95F, no reflections at all. They called it game-changing for bright room viewing. It uses the same QD-OLED technology as number 4, quantum dots for the most vibrant colors possible, but it's 30% brighter with that anti-glare coating. For gamers, 4K at 165 Hz, all 4 HDMI 2.1 ports, VRR, FreeSync Premium Pro, G-Sync. This is one of the fastest gaming TVs you can buy. The One Connect box is included. All cables plug into a separate box, not the TV. Makes wall mounting incredibly clean. Now, like number 4, it doesn't support Dolby Vision, only HDR10+. And the matte coating? Some people prefer glossy OLED screens. If that's you, number 4 or number 2 might be better. But if you watch TV during the day, with windows, lamps, overhead lights, this TV eliminates every problem OLEDs normally have. Brightest OLED ever made. Zero glare. Perfect for bright rooms. Number 2 is LG's brightest OLED, and it looks like art on your wall. Number 2, the LG G5 OLED. $1,996 right now. It was $3,299. This is LG's flagship OLED for 2025, and it represents a massive leap forward in OLED technology. Here's why. For years, OLED TVs had one problem: brightness. They couldn't compete with mini LEDs in bright rooms. Perfect blacks, yes, but not bright enough for daytime viewing. LG solved this with the G5. It uses a completely new panel technology called Primary RGB Tandem OLED. It's also called Meta 2.0. Instead of one layer of OLED pixels, it has multiple layers stacked together. This allows the TV to get significantly brighter without burning out pixels or causing image retention. The result? The G5 is 45% brighter than LG's previous flagship OLEDs. It hits up to 1,800 nits peak brightness. That's mini LED brightness with perfect OLED blacks. Reviewers tested it side by side with the Samsung S95F and called them tied for Best OLED of 2025. The Samsung is slightly brighter with better glare control. The LG has more accurate colors and supports Dolby Vision. Speaking of Dolby Vision, this is huge if you watch a lot of streaming content. Netflix, Disney+, Apple TV+, all use Dolby Vision HDR. The Samsung at number 3 doesn't support it. The LG does. It also has the Alpha 11 AI processor Gen 2, LG's most advanced processor. It analyzes every frame and optimizes brightness, color, contrast, and motion in real time. For gamers, 4K at 144 Hz across all 4 HDMI 2.1 ports, VRR G-Sync, FreeSync Premium, perfect for PS5, Xbox Series X, and PC gaming. But here's what really sets the G5 apart: the gallery design. This TV is built to mount flush against your wall with virtually no gap. It looks like a piece of art hanging on your wall, not a TV. When you're not watching, you can display artwork, photos, or leave it off, and it just disappears into your room. The design is stunning: ultra-thin, narrow bezels, premium materials. Now it costs $2,000. That's the same price as the Samsung S95F at number 3. So which one should you choose? If you watch mostly during the day in a bright room, get the Samsung, better glare control. If you want the most accurate picture, Dolby Vision support, and that gallery design, get the LG. Both are incredible. You can't go wrong with either. Now let's go back to number one, the best TV money can buy right now. Number one,